Hello, it's been a long time since I made a video, as you can probably tell by my beard. My Santa Claus beard is nearly completed. It's getting kind of warm outside. It's springtime, so I'll probably trim this down some, but it's been getting kind of crazy. I'm sorry I haven't been posting videos lately. I've been really busy. Point in case, I'm about to show you one of the things I've been working really hard on. The reason why it's been like 3 or 4 months since I made a video is because I've been working on these grammar books that people have requested because my channel is set up for grammar plus writing. It's an author tube channel, but it's also one to help people not only self-publish or publish traditionally or whatever you want to do, but it's also set up to help you with grammar and work on your craft and the craft of writing. And one of those things that you should do when you're writing is perfect is I'm messing this up. I practice this, but I'm not going to go back and edit because I don't want this to be a really long video. But what I'm trying to say is that editing is an important part of your book, and self-editing is also very important. So I've been working on things to help people with their self-editing. Uh, so self-paced guide to improve grammar skills and writing skills and editing. Helps you edit. It's Amazon finally approved it. It's been a while since I put it up, but they finally did approve it. I have a high school version too that I put out here recently. They just approved this like 2 days ago. But anyway, I worked on three different grammar books. Um, Here they are right here, if you can still see them. There's the English grammar workbook for high school, English grammar workbook for adults. It has some slightly different things in it. A lot of both these are kind of similar to each other. I did put a couple more things in the adult one, and then I have another one that's for middle school. But Amazon wouldn't approve all of them because they look similar. The covers were similar, and I did put some exercises that were the same because a noun is a noun. It's a person, place, thing, or idea or concept, and that doesn't really change from when you're middle school to adult. A noun's a noun, a verb is a verb. A linking verb is a linking verb whether you're 10 years old or 100 years old. So that I had trouble with Amazon, and a couple other places wouldn't publish them at all. I did get them, all of them. The middle school and the high school version are at Barnes and Noble. You can work from there, and the adult one is right now it's only on Amazon, but I'll be adding it to Barnes and Noble here since Amazon approved it. I'll be putting it on Barnes and Noble. But the other places, uh, places like Kobo and stuff, I can put it there, but it'll only be an ebook because they don't do print books. So we can do it Google, like you see it on your phone. If you have an Android phone, you can have it on a version of it there. But like I said, it's a workbook. So the best way to do it would be to get an actual physical copy of the workbook that you can actually write in and work in. But I mean, I am putting out the ebook version too. The ebook is already out there on Amazon, and like I said, I did get them published in Barnes and Noble, but I was having a hard time with them because they do have a lot of similarities between each of the books, and so because of that, I had to kind of change them, the way they're set up and the fonts and things like that, because Amazon just wouldn't okay them all. They said that it would, even though I had to point out that they're aimed towards different demographics. People that work the middle school book probably are never going to even look at the adult book, even though there's some of the exercises in both of them are the same. So, they're not all the same. Don't get me wrong. The middle school one's way different than the adult one. The middle school one doesn't have near as many things. Exercise. Well, it has probably about the same amount of exercises. It doesn't have some of the higher grammar concepts that the adult book has, or that the high school book has. It only has like what you should know probably in middle school. And then high school has a little bit more than the adult one has, probably from middle school, high school, and around college level. So anyway, I had a hard time getting them to okay them, and I had to go through an appeals process because they blocked them, and because they're workbooks. And I had to explain and show that they are different. There's a significant difference between the high school one and the adult one, and that they're aimed towards different people. And finally, yesterday, the high school one's been available for a while, but then yesterday, finally, I got the email that they approved the adult one, and so it's now published. So now I'll probably move that one into Barnes and Noble and get that one done. But what that means is now that I'm done with all those, I have been working on Tournament of Mages. I'm back to that, with the red mage over here and stuff. I'm working on some new stuff with it, new covers, and some couple other things. There's some surprises with that particular Tournament of Mages series that I haven't rolled out yet. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I have decided to implement them. And so there's some really cool stuff there, but I don't want to give it away because it's kind of a surprise, and it'll pop up as we go. The other thing I was going to say is I have made videos like in between the last video and this one several times, and I just never got them finished, never put them back up because I always ran into a problem or there was some sort of issue. I am going to be finishing up the self-editing one. I actually want to make a whole new one, starting ground up about self-editing. I've learned a lot over the past couple months working on these workbooks that I want to give. So my last video on self-editing, I will probably cover a lot of the stuff that I covered in that video plus more. There's a writers conference, AuthorTube writers conference that's coming up in June, like around June 28th or somewhere around in there. And I've been selected as a speaker. So my topic is self-editing. So I'm going to make a video for this channel and for that, discussing self-editing. And I'll discuss a lot of things I'd learned when I was making these workbooks. So I have not just been sitting back going, okay, I'm not making any more videos. I've been sitting back actually working on stuff for authors, working on stuff for academic people who don't want to write, but they want to do well in school, with the middle school book and the high school book. And then the adult book is geared towards not only people who want to go back and remember how to do grammar and sentence structure and that kind of thing, but it's also geared towards authors specifically. So those of you who are trying to write and you've forgotten a lot, because if you're like me, I'm 56. There's some things in school now, of course, grammar and English, I do that all the time. So I'm not deficient in that, but say math, for example, the only kind of math I do since I've left school has been, stuff to balance your checkbook or, basic math. I've forgotten things like geometry and, how much paint to buy to paint your house and stuff like that and figuring it out mathematically. I've forgotten all that stuff. I couldn't tell you I kind of can tell you what a Pythagorean theorem is, but other than that, I don't know. So if I were going into something where I had to actually do math again, I would have to seek out things to help me with math again. And that's kind of the approach I've taken to these books, these workbooks, especially the adult one, the purple one, is people who have been out of school for a long time and are writing, or they never really learned grammar that well in school or something like that. It's geared towards that, so to help out. So anyway, I'm not going to be pushing those books hard. I did that for people who wanted them. I didn't do it for, hoping that I'd make a huge monetary splash or anything. The way they're priced just a little bit above what it costs to make them. So I'm not gouging anybody or anything like that. I don't expect to make a bunch of money off of them. I just did it for, the few here and there that want to do that. So I got those finally done, and now I'm back to my I'm done with my academic stuff. I'm back to my creative writing, and so I'm working on a prequel for the Tournament of Mages. I'm going back and explaining what happened to make the Tournament of Mages come about. I'm going to use that as a prequel, and right now I have Red Mage kind of as the lead into the series, and I would like to free that book up to be actually book one like it's supposed to. So that's what I'm working on right now. I've got a lot of things in the works. I've got some stuff for this channel to put out. I'll be putting out more videos, more on a regular basis now that I'm finished with that heavy lifting of that workbook. That was a major chore. I just didn't have time to do anything else. Really, I stopped all my academic writing. I stopped everything except for my teaching, the teaching that I do in Outschool. Other than that, I pretty much stopped and just worked on the workbooks all this time. So done with them. Back to creative writing, back to making videos. So, got a couple things. I got self-editing coming up. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be writing. I've got a lot of stuff outlined. I've got three series I'm dying to get finished. One of them I've started already. If you're if you look at my newsletter, which you can go to my website, www.clevebourbon.com, and you can sign up for my newsletter. If you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get all the information about new releases. But one of the things you'll see on there is my oh, what was I going to say? It was, don't you hate that when you're talking and then you forget what you're saying? It had to do with Tournament of Mages, I think, or bringing it out. Anyway, my newsletter is where you find all the stuff that's coming out, that's going to be coming soon. And so, and you get that by going to my website and signing up there. But anyway, so what I'll be working on now is getting back to academic writing. And oh, I remember what I was going to say. If you've been to my newsletter, then you know that Gunpowder, Magic, and Lead, which is one of the series that I'm going to come out with soon, I've already released a little bit of it, like the first part of it, and like a smidgen of it. But that's the series I'm going to work on after Tournament of Mages. And that's what I was going to say. Okay, after Tournament of Mages is done, but I've still got a little ways to go on Tournament of Mages. I'm right at the end of it. It's really exciting because I'm getting to the finishing parts of it. One thing that I've done with Tournament of Mages, if you're interested, is I've rewritten Red Mage and I'm rewriting some of the earlier books and getting the prequel done. And so I will be finishing that one up first. My epic fantasy series, Shadows of the First Trine, is completed. It's done. I'm resisting going back and changing things in it because I've written it and rewritten it to death, and so it's kind of stuck the way it is now. It's an addiction. Those of you who are authors, you probably know this. It's an addiction when your first series, it's like I can do better. I can change it. I can make it better. And so you go back and you go back and you go back, and pretty soon all of your base and your fans that love that series is like, why do you keep changing it? Why do you keep moving it? Why do you keep changing titles and keep doing this and that? So right now I've decided that it's done and I'm hands off. And so it's been hard for me because there's things in it that I'm still cringing about that I really got to go back and fix. But anyway, Tournament of Mages, I don't want to end up that way. That's why I'm really working hard on getting it done right the first time. And that includes the new covers that I've got coming for it. And also it includes a couple of surprises here at the end of the series. After Gray Mage, which is the last book I finished, there's a few more things coming. So anyway, I've taken up too much of your time already. So I just want to let you know where I was, where I've been, what I've been doing. I've been working on grammar books for people, academic work, which takes, there's my phone, which takes a lot of time and a lot of careful, looking. I mean, if you do get that book, you do see typos or you see anything I messed up on, please let me know. You can talk to me in the description, or you can, there's my emails here somewhere. You can email me, but I've really worked hard on trying to make it as perfect as possible, because when you're doing a grammar book, if you make one mistake, it's like, oh, this is a grammar book and you made a mistake. So, hopefully I didn't do that. Hopefully I caught everything. I think I did. I mean, I worked, 3 or 4 months on it. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you. Look for videos coming up, and I'm back in the video game. So hopefully, I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.